I'd obviously like to add my own expressions of sympathy and condolence to the family and friends of Rifleman Mark Turner from 3rd Battalion, the Rifles, and Guardsman Michael Sweeney from 1st Battalion, Coldstream Guards, who, having served so selflessly and bravely in Afghanistan, have lost their lives there this week. We owe them and everyone who has been killed and injured in Afghanistan indeed a huge debt of gratitude. And I'd also like to join in paying tribute to the bravery and sacrifice of James Shears and Alan Bannon, the 2 firefighters who lost their lives in Southampton last night. Mr. Speaker, today he are trying to fool people. Are trying to fool people that they're serious about political reform. Yet last week we had yet more proof that this is not true. The minutes of the Hayden Phillips cross-party talks on party funding. Here, in black and white, the Labour Party protecting their trade union paymasters, the Conservatives protecting their paymaster in Belize. Who do they think they're kidding? After sabotaging this deal, why should anyone trust a single word that they have to say on political reform?
Mr. Speaker, there is one person that prevented the Liberal and Labour proposal getting agreed by the Conservative Party. They withdrew from the talks. The reason is one name, Lord Ashcroft. That was the reason.
Order. The House must calm down. Members should save their voices for the conversations they'll need to have with their constituents in the coming weeks. Mr. Nick Clegg, order. Mr. Nick Clegg must be heard. Mr. Nick Clegg.
Speaker, that answer was ridiculous. The two parties are colluding together to block reform. Just last night, they colluded to block the most minimal reforms to our electoral system and to the other place. Just like the way they came together to block our proposals to give people the right to sack corrupt MPs. They came together to block our proposals to clean up lobbying. Mr. Speaker, we all remember back in 1997, the hope and the promise of this new government. Look at them now. You failed. It's over. It's time to go.
Mr. Speaker, it seems like a speech in search of a question. Mr. Speaker, he cannot deny the fact that when we discussed electoral funding and political reform, the Labour Party and the Liberal Party agreed on the means to reform the political funding system. There was an agreement between our two parties. The Conservative Party pulled out of the agreement, and they pulled out on the recommendation of one person, the person who funds the Conservative Party, the person who's given £10 million to the Conservative Party, the person who has been offshore for many years, and that is Lord Ashcroft.
Linda Gilroy.
Plymouth has had some of the most significant new health investment under Labour. The first new dental hospital for 50 years, the first new medical hospital for 25 years. What plans does the Prime Minister have to protect the progress that has been made and the way in which waiting lists have plummeted?
Mr. Speaker, we have given every patient a guarantee that they will receive treatment within 18 weeks of seeing the doctor. That is a guarantee that we give personally to every patient, and in the next Parliament they can enforce it and go private or go to another health authority if it is not met. The opposition party refused to back that guarantee. We have given a guarantee to cancer patients that they will see a specialist within 2 weeks, and in the next Parliament they will be able to have their diagnostic test within 1 week. That is a guarantee we have given. The opposite party will not support that guarantee, even to cancer patients. And we have given a guarantee to general practitioners that they must see people in the weekends or in the evenings, as well as during ordinary working hours. And that is a guarantee that we are giving, but the opposite party refuses to support it. People will make up their mind in whose hands is the health service safe. It's in the Labour Party's hands.
Stephen Hammond.
The Prime Minister opened his election campaign yesterday by promising to campaign amongst real people, but he spent the whole day visiting the homes of staunch Labour supporters. Does he intend to spend the whole campaign visiting and moving from safe house to safe house?
But by the time I met them all, they were all staunch Labour supporters as a result of the message that we put to them. I have to say, yesterday I visited a number of places in Kent, and I asked And I asked people what the major issue affecting them is, and they said they wanted to secure the recovery.